Hi, and welcome back. Today I have some news for you. Good news and bad news, depending on how you look at it. The good news? Congratulations. You've achieved something remarkable. Something no generation in human history has ever accomplished. The bad news? You now live on an artificial planet. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's ridiculous. I see trees, I see birds, I see my neighbour's dog every morning. And you're right. All of that is still there. But look, if you live in a city, how many trees do you actually see in a day? How many animals cross your path that aren't behind glass or on a leash? The rain you hear comes from a relaxation app. The mountain you admire is a wallpaper on your desktop. The flowers on your table are already dead, scentless, and still pretending to be alive. Here's something that should make us pause. Human-made materials now exceed the total living biomass on Earth. All of it, every microbe, every plant, every animal, every person, combined. We're talking about 1.2 trillion tons of stuff we've created. Plastic, concrete, steel, glass. The weight of our civilization now outweighs life itself. Think about that for a moment. Plastic alone, just plastic, weighs twice as much as all animals on Earth combined. Every elephant, every whale, every ant, every bird, all of them together weigh less than our bottles, bags, and packaging. One day when archaeologists dig through our ruins, they'll find layers of coloured fragments, the geological record of our shopping habits. Who knows, they might call it the age of garbage. By 2050, scientists tell us, the weight of plastic in our oceans will exceed the weight of fish. We've literally built a world where the artificial outweighs the natural. Somebody might ask, so what? I live a good life, I don't care. Well, that's a little disturbing. Because this artificial world isn't just around us anymore, it's in us. Microplastics have been found in every single human organ. Brain, blood, liver, heart, even in testicles and placentas, even in a newborn's first stool. We're literally born with plastic in our bodies now. We've become cyborgs without even trying. Our phones remember what our brains forget. Our cars move our muscles farther than nature ever planned. We extended our reach so far we forgot where the hand ends. The line between natural and artificial is very thin now. The forest is in decline, but landfills are thriving. The earth keeps growing, not with life, but with waste. And yet, here's the really inexplicable part. We keep making more, much more, and we know most of it is garbage the moment we produce it. We all know it, yet we are hypnotised by technology, news and mass media. We scroll through environmental catastrophes between ads for new gadgets. We see the fires, the floods, the melting ice. And then seconds later order new sneakers. It's like watching your house burn while shopping for curtains and congratulating yourself for finding a discount. We have entire industries dedicated to convincing us we need unnecessary things. Marketing departments and psychologists working together, playing the music that makes us reach for our wallets. And we dance to that music. We buy things we know we don't need. We throw them away. And then we do it again. All of us. The people making the garbage, the people selling it, and the people buying it. We're all dancing the same strange dance. Nobody can remember who started the music. This dance became our identity. It drives our economy and our society. We even measure progress not by wisdom or peace, but by consumption. As if the point of existence were to see how fast we can turn forests into packaging. We cut down beautiful trees that took decades to grow, just to make packaging that gets thrown away in minutes. We contaminate fresh water to produce chemicals and textiles we'll wear a few times. We pollute soil and air to create things that will sit in drawers, forgotten. How did we become so skilled at turning beauty into boredom? It puzzles me. Why do we value these artificial things more than the living world around us? What do these objects actually do for us? Beyond money and status, beyond the brief moment of, I have something new, what do they really offer? Because let me ask you something that might sound absurd, but isn't. How are we planning to live in a future where living organisms are reduced to a minimum? Will we eat synthetic food? Will we breathe through filters? Will we quench our thirst with microplastic cocktails? It sounds like science fiction, but we're already living it. We're just doing it very slowly, so we don't notice the change. Change happens so gradually that we call it normal. We don't notice the missing birdsongs, the thinning forests, the quiet emptiness that replaces life. Apocalypse we feared, it's something worse. The slow fading of everything alive into the background noise of human comfort. Now, what's really strange about this situation? We know all of this. The information is everywhere. The science is clear. The trends are obvious. So why don't we stop? What would it take for us to find a tree more fascinating than a machine? And to find our joy not in what we purchase, but in what's alive? Is it that we can't stop? Or that we won't? We've built a system that no longer listens to us, a machine that runs on profit and distraction, and we, its creators, have become its fuel. We keep feeding it our time, our attention, our planet, and in return it gives us a strange mix of convenience, anxiety and dopamine, and we call it civilization. Right now we seem to be conducting an experiment to see if we can live entirely surrounded by our own creations, as if we're curious to discover what happens when the artificial becomes the only thing we encounter. This artificial planet we've created, it's not some distant future problem. It's not happening to other people in other places. It's happening right here, right now. In your body, in your neighborhood, in the very air you're breathing as you listen to this. You know what? We're the only species that's ever had the power to choose what kind of planet we live on. So, my fellow cyborg, what kind of planet do you choose?